Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick. Your weakness is pathetic.
Heraldry, 8th Legion, Primarch, Conrad Curze, Homeworld, Nostromo. Current location, inside your walls.
The fuck?
The Night Lords are a chapter of the Adeptus Astartes, who are famed for their family-friendly tactics in battle. After War Master Horus Heresy committed the Horus Heresy and became the Warhammer 40,000, the Night Lords became one of the Chaos Space Marine chapters of all time. Their iconography consists of bats, skulls, and lots of lightning, very very frightening, on dark blue battle plates of varied marks. The Apes' origin go back to the Terran Unification Wars.
Finally, the wastelands are mine to plunder.
Boss, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
You see, the problem during the Unification Wars was that the Emperor couldn't be everywhere at once, so he essentially dedicated the 8th Legion as a deployable middle finger to what targets he wanted to make an example out of. The Legion's initial recruitment would comprise of the descendants of prisoners from deep underneath the deepest prison pits on Terra. The so-called Children of the Night made for hardy recruits. And from the first, the Legion would essentially be comprised of people who had no concept of vitamin D. As a result, from those Helden heydays of humanity's expansion, the 8th Legion would hold a distaste towards sunlight. Sticking to the shadows, the 8th Legion would garner a reputation for their peculiar and creative tactics, involving copious amounts of chainswords, jetpacks, and psychological warfare. This would be only exaggerated with the introduction of Primarch Conrad Curze, their gene-sire, who was found by the Emperor on a planet called Nostromo. Conrad would impose his peculiar sense of justice on the entire Legion. As for those who aren't familiar with Curze and his sophisticated philosophy, we'll provide an example. Let's play a game of what would be the appropriate punishment. An Imperial trader parked his ship in the wrong spot. Is the correct punishment A. a parking ticket, B. chasing the man down every night until he goes insane, C. drowning the man alive in a pool made out of comically sized parking tickets on live television? That is correct. It is all of them. After this turning point, the 8th ceased to be, and the Night Lords were born. Although the original Legion was already known for a propensity for psychological warfare, Curze thought it was nowhere close enough to the level required. Sure, you could easily dunk on small military forces, but entire planetary populations needed to be subjugated with fear. New revolutionary techniques like carpentry with your enemy's skin became commonplace. Is your life dull and boring?
This sucks. Let's go get drunk.
Do you feel like your neighbors are laughing at you behind your back?
Oh dear.
Is your furniture in desperate need of renovation? Worry not, for we at the Night Lord's 2nd Strike Company are willing to help. Try out our new garden renovation and neighbor removal packages for free today. You can beg your closest legionnaire for more information and mercy. Typical Night Lord's deployments would see higher amounts of Raptor units, equipped with close quarters weaponry, best fit for ambushes. Night Lords do not favor head-on assaults or prolonged engagement, unlike some other legions. A proper term would be closer to hunting, for the Night Lords rarely go after anything that can put up a fight, preferring prey which they can take their time on hunting. A Night Lord Legion takes delight in casual afternoon strolls, scaring local militia members and chasing civilians down dark alleyways. Although originally Curze's methods were intended to scare planets into submission by the mere chance that the Night Lords would visit them, minimizing the need for unnecessary bloodshed, the problem was his legion had gotten really good at breaking the Geneva Convention over time, and even begun to enjoy it. Nostromo, the chapter's new homeworld, was a hive of scum and villainy, e.g. filled to the brim with gangsters. The mind-wipe procedures, usually done on fresh Astartes, didn't work on Nostromans, or were entirely skipped within the chapter. Thusly, fresh recruits brought their gang loyalties to the Legion with them. Curze had tried to get rid of the corruption of Nostromo by his own hands, yet did he not only fail at it, he saw his own Legion get corrupted as well. And trust me, he hated it.
Why do I surround myself with fools? Even the robots are smarter than you!
How may I assist?
Turns out making hardened criminals into super soldiers might not have been the greatest of ideas. Thus, Curze, and I quote, enacted his final revenge on society and nuked the Nostromo from orbit, and went swiftly on an insanity-fueled rampage across the sector at the break of the Horus Heresy. Understandably, the other Primarchs raised their eyebrows at this. But since the Horus Heresy broke out at the same time, they were too preoccupied with the whole heresy thing to focus on stopping Conrad. Alright, so editor's note here. It turns out my lore information is outdated, and there are actually two accounts, in one which Curze basically gets summoned back to Terra to get shouted at by the Emperor, and another where the Exterminatus actually gets ignored by the Imperium and nobody hears of it until the Horus Heresy happens. I couldn't really think of a joke here, but at least I have my excuse to use my gas mask finally to do some narration. I should start doing Krieg ASMR videos or something, just so I can get even from buying this thing. After a complex series of events, Conrad Curze willingly had himself assassinated.
They should call you Wimplash. Quiet, or I'll turn you into a suitcase.
That brings up to the current state of things. The current state of Night Lords is fractious at best. They have splintered into several warbands, each looking into creating ever more innovative ways of turning imperial citizens into Halloween decorations. They notably serve no particular chaos god, although they do utilize demons and some limited warp fury. Notable characters: Sevatar, the first captain of the Legion, a mad lad who dueled Sigismund, one of the best duelists alive at the time, to a standstill. Vandered, the Exalted, a marine possessed by a demon, who managed to out-corsair the Red Corsairs by stealing one of their most venerable warships.
What's up?
got to be the best part I've ever seen. So it would seem.
Welcome to the End Ramble. So, you survived to the end of this train wreck of a video. This video is kind of an indication on where I want to take my videos in the future, if this does well. Since I kind of view the current Warhammer content scene as something that requires more fast-paced content. We do have plenty of great animations, and we have plenty of great content creators like Looting. He's truly a blessing. But I'd like to see some more humorous content that kind of makes your day better. And that's a goal I want to focus my content around. Even if I'm not the most accurate source on the lore, I want to provide you with something you can enjoy and kind of get the general gist of things. It's always been a goal for me to spread Warhammer to any friend group I go, so being a Warhammer YouTuber would be the next logical step in this continuum. The downward spiral continues. So, if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and please share this video with your friends, because the YouTube algorithm is a dice throw, and I am really good at rolling ones. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Consider joining the Discord down below, so I can steal your memes.